Hey guys, this is Gaijin Hunter, and in this video I want to take a quick look at Kokoto Village. Kokoto Village is in many ways the birth of hunters in the world of Monster Hunter, and is also the birth of the series. It was the first main village in the original game, and it makes a return in Monster Hunter Generations. Being the original village, there isn't a whole lot of lore, but there is a tale that every hunter in the game knows, and so should we. Located in the Schrade region, Kokoto is a small village near a mountain range of the same name. What makes this village stand out though is the Wyverian elder that runs it. The village elder, who is now retired, was once a very famous hunter, and he helped propel sort of like a new wave of hunters throughout the region. Tales of his achievements have grown into legend. He was kind of like the hunter before hunters were a thing, and one of his greatest accomplishments was when he took down a Monoblos in the desert all alone using just his trusty sword and shield called the Hero's Blade. According to the stories, the battle took 7 full days, and on the last day, when he was completely out of supplies, the chief headed out, which would be his final day of battle. The tides turned when he was able to smash the horn of the Monoblos, and news of his amazing feat traveled fast. Since that day, hunting the Monoblos has sort of become the test in order to earn your mark of a hero, and all hunters take on this quest solo. You'll also notice that you can only take this quest on solo in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and this is the reason why. This sort of mirrors the heroic feat that was once accomplished by this village elder. He was close to retiring, but he had to battle what was heavily suggested in the games to be a Lao Shanlong. He and 4 other hunters headed out to battle the monster, and this was to be the battle that would sort of define his career, so his determined fiancé insisted on joining him. He eventually gave in and let her come along, and while he defeated the monster in the end, his beautiful fiancé was tragically killed. Ultimately, the battle made him famous, but it also led to the number 5 becoming a superstitious number in the world of Monster Hunter. For example, it's considered a jinx now to hunt with more than 4 hunters, which is why rooms for hunts are limited to only 4. The number 5 is considered unlucky, sort of like how the number 13 is taboo in the West, and the number 4 is taboo in Japan. Anyway, after all his deeds, he decided to retire. Being a hunter, he knew how important it would be to have a place to go back to, a kind of home. So he created a farm and became the elder of it. Although there was no governing body for the town, it just became kind of like a town of hunters for hunters. He does his best to give his advice to new hunters, which of course is because he was a great one himself. In Monster Hunter Generations, the village is back, and so is the Hero's Blade behind the house. This is the sword that he used to kill the Monoblos. To symbolize the story that he pierced through the Elder Dragon with hard rock skin with his blade, the Hero's Blade is stuck inside of rock. In the original game, you earn the ability to get it after besting the Rathalos, and in this game, you get it after you beat the Village 5 quest against Astalos, which you're able to then pull from the stone if you're a hunter. In the village, you'll also find Becky, the guild gal who is dressed in red, sort of like the maid outfit. She used to work in Minagard, which is the online port town for Monster Hunter G. But when the guildmaster there retired, she apparently had moved to Kokoto to live there instead. She's a very well-known guild gal who is greatly respected, except for maybe by Doris, the blue-colored gal that appears in the town every now and then, and just loves to kind of badmouth her. In the novels in Japan, there's a side story actually that Becky is also a guild knight and hunts with a hammer. Perhaps a nod to that sort of. The maid series armor in the game and the guild knight armor both have the exact same skill set. Kokoto doesn't have a lot of history outside the Elder because it was the hub town of the very first Monster Hunter game, but it's heritage and the start of hunting, so I think it's a fantastic trip back to the past, and I'm really happy that Capcom decided to include it. I like how even the Elder says stuff like he needs to train a new generation of hunters, which I think really ties into the theme and the title of the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a little bit more appreciation for Kokoto Village, one of the starting points for the series and for all the hunters in the game. And until next time, happy hunting.